As an IIS teacher, I utilize WebEx, which is an online platform for presenting material, educational material, and interacting with students. WebEx is complete with a whiteboard. You actually have the option to add as many whiteboards as you need. And the student and the teacher are interactive in the session. It's almost like Skype chatting. However, I do not use the video portion. There is the video and audio capability, but the audio is primarily what I use. So we are interacting. The student, it's remote, so the student is at home or in the hospital, and I am on my computer communicating with the student online. And you can save all the materials that you used in a previous session and refer back to them if you need to follow up or continue with the session another day. So this is an example of a whiteboard activity that we completed. We started one day and then we completed it at a subsequent time, a meeting time. And the student was very interactive. The teacher and the student can post things on the whiteboard. There's a toolbar on the left. The student has access to the toolbar as well. The teacher uses online resources. Here I'm using historychannel.com, and I use maybe 2 or 3 minute video, 4-minute max, and it coincides with a lesson that's already prepared ahead of time. So the option to have video and sound, and it actually brings it off the page, off the student's monitor, their screen, so they feel like they're involved in what's going on. Here I'm using Khan Academy. I use that to teach math, science, and I've referred to it for other subjects as well. But IXL, which is a great resource for math, and I use that for my elementary school students, but it does have K through 12 math curriculum. You just have to make sure that it coincides with the standards for the school district, and if the student is in any additional programs. There's the International Baccalaureate program, there's the new curriculum for science, the NGSS, and the investigations in math, to really standardize the curriculum. So here's an example of using YouTube, and I'm teaching refraction and reflection. This was a 7th grade science presentation, and I actually did home visits with this student as well. So we do online and home visits, and in the home visit we actually did the lab for this. So it's a great complementary resource to actually doing the hands-on work together. This is a high school project. I got the information from a teacher. The teacher on Edline provided the web links to the classroom material. So I do make sure to check in on what's going on in Edline and what they're doing in the class to make sure that we're covering the material, as well as the online curriculum through Montgomery County. Hitting the prime indicators, the primary resource is the online curriculum through MCPS, and all of the courses are listed. I can pull up any of the grade level material, pull up the content, know exactly what units the students are supposed to be working at any given time in the marking period. There are calendars, there are guidelines, the units are set up in the online curriculum, so you really can't miss what it is you need to be teaching and actually be able to access resources to help you to do that. If the teachers already have a classroom set up, I make sure that the students have their login for their current classroom, and then we access not only the Edline information but the Google Classroom information, which is more informative. It's regularly updated by the teachers. So I can actually design a lesson, add my video links and the audio podcast links, and make sure that I'm following in line with what the teacher is teaching. This is one on systems, and I actually chose the respiratory system, but the systems approach, or the systems model, was a unit that is taught in my technology class at the high school where I teach. As an IIS teacher, I would definitely make sure that I'm covering what the classroom teacher is expecting me to cover. You can add exit tickets in there, put your presentation material in, the PowerPoints that you would be using in the classroom, and as well as the assessments and the formative, and both formative and summative assessments you can use WebEx to administer.